Hey, it's Sigrún with Universal Pagan Temple, and newest Christian moral panic just dropped. Entertaining, but also a little still on the roadmap of this Christian fear complex that we've been seeing, where they are definitely going for, the big guns when it comes to moral panic, such as satanic, pagan, which, they conflate with one another. They don't see the difference in. But we're going to take a look at it. And please, if you like my videos, please like, share, subscribe. And if you're feeling generous, please give us a donation, either via PayPal or Patreon. We'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the video. Okay, so the other day there was a light show at the Giza Plateau, and that is where the Great Pyramids are in Egypt, right outside of Cairo. And it, was a light show and EDM concert, but there was a moral panic amongst the Christians in saying that this was a satanic occult ritual. And it was very goofy because you have to realize Egypt's biggest industry is service, specifically with tourism. There's one video floating around saying that the light show was showing off the sigil of Lucifer, when actually the light show was just in alignment with the pyramids, which align, the pyramids align with the Orion's belt. And, unfortunately, where these Christians are pulling the sigil of Lucifer from, there's supposed to be a top part of it here. I'll put it right here, where it has, a top line. And the top line isn't visible because, the lines are just shooting out geometrically, to complement the pyramids. And it's not that deep, but the Christians will find anything to make conspiracy out of when it comes to, what they believe is satanic, which is just about anything outside of Christianity, or even Christianity that is not their own. They'll call other Christians satanic. That's what I'm trying to say. But with Orion's belt, obviously Orion, the great hunter of Greek mythology, and then you also see other pagan cultures, they acknowledge this constellation, especially in the Norse pagan tradition. You see Orion's belt is referred to as Frigg's distaff, which is a tool for spinning wool, and, it something that I see in the night sky where I live pretty regularly. And it's been sacred to multiple pagan paths throughout the centuries. And then even within the Abrahamic world, it was observed. But the Christians really reach for anything that they can. And it kind of does remind me of this misinterpretation of symbolism. A couple of years ago, the Republican Party was hosting some sort of a big to-do. I think it was in 2021, just after, I think it was before or after Trump lost that election. Okay. But they had a stage, and what looked like, to the untrained eye, or to somebody that only does minimal amount of research, it looked like an Othala rune. But in that Othala rune, there was a bottom line on it because, the lines were connected. It looked like an Othala rune to the point, but then it had this line at the bottom where, the feet of the Othala rune usually are, and that takes away what it is. It's no longer an Othala rune. The leftists were saying, oh, this is a hate symbol, a symbol of white power. Well, no, it's not. It's not even Othala rune. And apparently, the person that designed that set, that floor plan on that stage was a liberal. So, these misinterpretations of symbolism is very harmful to the pagan community because, that obviously, they'll point it out as evil when they don't even understand it, or they're just reaching, really grasping at straws for anything. And then there was I guess they said it was an AI image of, I saw this one video on X where the guy was saying, oh, it's a AI image of a pharaoh, a mummy, and he's bursting through the screen, and it's a satanic ritual to signal the start of the transhumanism, and blah, 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 blah. The goofiness of it all. Christianity is closer to transhumanism than paganism is, and I know he's saying it's satanic. A lot of Christians conflate Satanism with paganism anyway, but to put it out there, paganism is as far away from transhumanism as possible. Christianity is closer to transhumanism because Christianity is unnatural to us. I mean, you could see in the way that Christianity had to be forced, by the sword and by financial coercion. And, the Christians, they were, I'm going to bring this up, they were very much against, for the most part, the COVID jab. Okay. But then, to bring it up to them, they have an epiphany moment. I bring it up to them that same financial coercion that they used, that their Christian ancestors used to force people into Christianity, we won't trade with you unless you're Christian. They used that to push the COVID jabs. If you don't get the jab, you can't keep your job. They did that. And that's a part of the transhumanist agenda. A lot of these Christians believe in something called Project Bluebeam, which very much, whenever they're starting to criticize what they believe is New Age spirituality, which is actually old spirituality, older than Christianity. But anyway, they're saying when they believe in Project Bluebeam or they bring it up, they're talking about conspiracy theory that claims that NASA and the global elites are plotting to establish a new world order by causing a bunch of natural disasters and staging alien invasions to install New Age spirituality to replace the Abrahamic faith. I mean, they really grasp at straws here. Another thing I wanted to cover in this video was Trump in the last couple of days has stated twice that he feels like he's not going to make it to heaven. And I'm not sure if this is, or actually, I kind of have the feeling this is to rile up his deeply Christian base to simp for him, to pray for him. And, he does know how to work his Christian followers. Trump is not a Christian. You can kind of sense it in him that he is not spiritual at all. That is not his mindset. His mindset is actually more Mercury and Venus influenced. Business, money. Okay, that's him. It's not on the spiritual realm, but he does know what he's doing when he's manipulating the Christians. With this, Trump is trying to, I believe, distract away from the Epstein files any way he can by, activating his Christian base to pray for him, because he wants to distract from the Epstein files that haven't been released yet, that he promised. Well, he said, oh, maybe. Well, no, you shouldn't have even addressed it if you weren't planning on releasing them, or if you were involved at all. That's the thing, you know. While I disagree with Christians, a lot of them are speaking out against Trump not releasing the Epstein files, which is, you know, if you're against pedophilia, you know, I can agree with you on that. You know, as somebody that went through it myself as a child, it's, you know, something that I'm willing to, you know, drop my my hatred against, you know, these evangelicals. If you stand against pedophilia, okay, we've got something in common there. But if they're, you know, blindly following anybody like Trump, that is, you know, this can be seen as him protecting pedophiles, him not releasing these files. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And I really enjoy making these videos again and connecting with all of you. You know, whatever platform I'm reaching you at. It's great. And until next time, blessed be.